Greetings, my dear viewers, and welcome back to Let's Play Gothic 1 with me, Captain Green Bear. Now, please excuse me if I'm not sounding as excited as usual, but honestly, I haven't quite made up my mind about what my character thinks about the events of yesterday and the day before yesterday. So let's just say that we are very confused about what happened. We don't really know what it means for the community, for us, how our life might change now. We spent a very uncomfortable night thinking about all of this, so I really don't know. We haven't quite come to a conclusion. Let's just say it like that. So one thing we should definitely do before we do anything, I don't know, rash, we should sell some of the loot that we got from the Orc Cemetery. So let's do that very quickly.
I'd like to trade with you.
Good.
There should be some weapons that we can sell. Yeah, here we have some swords. This is the weapon that I killed my first man with, I think, so I'll just keep it for nostalgic reasons. But yeah, we have some swords here that have names and they are worth quite a bit. So we have the war sword, the battle sword, the judgment sword, they can all go. And this might actually be the weapon that I killed my first man with. I'm not quite sure, so I'll just keep both, I guess. I have deep pockets, but all of the rest can go, all these tiny little things. Let's make our character not really frantically. And this can go, and we'll keep the pickaxe and the bow and the arrows. Alright, good. We are at 713 now, and he has quite a bit of ore, so let's give me... Wait, did you just increase your wealth? If I take something away, does that work again? No. Well, that's interesting. That's a nice trick. You have to show me. Okay, and now 13 in small steps. Great, good, good. Let's accept this deal, and let's go. Okay, we can't quite push the meta entirely from us, so we have to think about it eventually. So let's not go to Fortuna today, though it's tempting, but we need a clear mind, we need to focus, we need to think about a lot of important things, and I'm actually afraid we will have to do some really heavy life decisions today. I'm not really looking forward to that, but yeah, has to be done. So here we are now. Still haven't made a decision, so since I'm thinking that we can be considered a religious soldier, we will do what any soldier would do when in doubt. We will follow orders. And we have orders. The leader of the military branch of the Sack camp that we are following actually gave us a mission after Baryon died. And that mission is to establish contact with the water mages in the new camp. So that's a new approach to the entire barrier situation, but alright. And in order to do that, of course, we need a token of trust, some kind of gift. And we will take the focus and the almanach to them, both of which are items that were in our possession before. Then Cor took them, but since Cor left us now in order to pursue his own weird plans that he didn't really invite us to join, I guess the things are still here, or at least I hope so. I don't really want to track Cor and his assistant is still here. Both his bodyguard and his assistant are still here, and his assistant is doing some research, so he's continuing his work. That's nice. That actually gives my character hope that there's, well, still hope for the community, and that we are not going to die now that the leader is dead and the gurus are going batshit, and some of them are running away and some of them are trying to kill Templars and so on. So that's good. Alright, let's check. Let's check Cor Kalom's possessions. We have the focus here as well as the almanach. That's awesome. Great. So what else is there in here? What else did Cor Kalom leave behind? Oh, it's locked. It's locked. Alright. My lockpick broke. Never start with left. Really? Alright, right. Right was right, so maybe right is right again. Yes! Awesome. Left. Left. No, it broke again. Okay. Right. Right. Left. Right. Oh, okay. It's an easy one. We have Kalom's recipe here, which is a recipe for a healing potion. Let's take that and have a look at it. Writings. There it is. Kalom's recipe. I remember there being a quest that Dexter wanted to get this from us. So let's see. Lifun ak Garak. Gawak on pin. Ew? What? Oh, there's a translation. Alright. It seems to make sense if you read it backwards, Kalom. Oh, that's not a translation. Backwards. Tniro pse knush ha garu ram. That doesn't make any sense. I think Kalom is crazy. Or maybe he wrote that when he was really baked. Well, okay, that might explain a lot. Before we venture out to the water mages now, which will be the next thing to do, I will actually stand here for just a second and warn you guys. Despite the fact that I've played Gothic 1 before and know the plot, I know how it ends and how everything goes and so on, my character doesn't, and since this is still a Let's Roleplay, I will pretend that I don't know either. So I might say some really silly things within this set and come up with some really crazy theories. So yeah, please just go with that to avoid spoilers and so on. And if you're absolutely not interested to hear my gibberish and my ranting, I will add an annotation right here to let you skip my traveling part, during which I will probably talk quite a bit about the feelings of my character. Yeah, that's established. Alright, annotation should still be there, in case you have it enabled. So let's get down here and start thinking. Alright, thinking mode engaged. Okay, we should probably start in the very beginning. Just to give you an overview, we are here in the swamp camp, also known as the sack camp, because we are following a certain religion, the religion of the sleeper, and that was founded by Iberion, the late Iberion, who is now dead. Iberion was the first to actually get a vision from this new god, the sleeper, and the sleeper sent him here. He led him to the swamp, and from this the entire Brotherhood has built up. So we are quite new here, but we have made a living. We actually managed to survive here, which would not have been possible somewhere else in the barrier, I suppose, because we found this swamp camp, the swamp weed here. Jesus, didn't even smoke anything. And we managed to grow it and sell it and so on, so we managed to actually find a way to survive within the barrier. And the sleeper quite knew that beforehand. So he favored Iberion, he led him here, he wanted him to survive, and he wanted him to found this cult that I have joined eventually. So that's a good thing. Iberion was our leader, he was our the chosen one of the sleeper. And everything's fine. Then, sometime later, the Great Invocation happened. Before that, the sleeper only showed himself to certain members via visions. And some just pretended that this happened, for example, me. But during the Great Invocation, we actually forced ourselves upon the sleeper. We tried to make contact without him wanting to. And that ended quite badly, with Iberion eventually dying and a vision of the sleeper sending us into a death trap, into the York Cemetery, where one of the Baals went crazy, tried to kill me. Lots of Templars died, lots of orcs running around, and it was a dead end. That's what it was. It was a bloody dead end. And as a result of that, Cor left, the second most powerful man. So after the most powerful man of our cult dies, the second most powerful man just runs away. He doesn't tell us anything about his plans, doesn't want us involved, and just runs away. So we are now stuck with Cor Angar. And that is actually something, I guess, which happens quite regularly in real life when the leader of a big group dies and several other people are trying to push into that old position that is now vacant. And that is that the original group splits. That is what happens here. Kalom ran away with some of his bodies, I guess, and we are now stuck with Cor Angar. I guess I would have favored him over Kalom if I had the choice, but I didn't really. So, yeah, here we are, doing his bidding now, trying to fulfill his plan, because he thinks it's best to... well, he interpreted the dead end of the Orc Cemetery the same way I think I do. That the Sleeper wants to tell us that just waiting for a solution to happen is a dead end, and that we should actually do something. I'm not quite sure whether I agree with Cor Angar, though, that we should join up with the Water Mages. I don't really know them so far, so I don't really know whether that's a good idea or not. But yeah, let's just see. So we're doing that for Cor Angar, and I will actually head over to Dexter, because he's on my way here, and sell him the recipe that he wanted in the beginning of the game. I hope he still wants it. Let's just not tell him that it's completely gibberish and worthless.
Not go rushing into anything.
I have the recipe you wanted.
Very good. Show it to me.
That wasn't very clever.
Same old story every time.
Good. Now I can produce the potions myself. You are a good man. I'll tell Diego about it. Here you go. Take that for your efforts.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Really? You... Okay. Let's just go.